Panditji made a statement last night that the older Pandits needs to give the younger Pandits a chance. That is competition here. But we have to get out of that mentality. We have to get out of that mentality. Because I'll tell you something today that I said 2 nights ago. It will take us 7 janam to read and understand our scriptures. 7 janam, not 7 days, not 700 years, not 7 million years, 7 janam, 7 lifetimes. For us to read and understand the philosophy within our scriptures. That is how deep it is. So in American terminology, there's plenty to go around. Giving and sharing of knowledge is one of the greatest gifts that you can give. Giving and sharing of knowledge is the greatest gift that one can give. Dronacharya is asking to Eklavya, he said, give me your right thumb. Do we refuse the Guru when he comes to you or when he's standing in front of you? Do we refuse the Guru? Can we tell the Guru no? No. Cannot tell him no. Someone comes to your home, a Pandit comes to your home, a friend comes to your home and they ask for something. If you can give it, best give it because you will get twice as much. This is how we were brought up. That material things means nothing because today, tomorrow I die and go, guess what? It's staying right here. It's not going anywhere. So Eklavya, he had no choice but to give the left thumb of his hands to his Guru. There's a doha that says, Andha Guru Behir Chela. That if the Guru is blind, how can he lead the pathway? If the Guru is blind, how can he lead the way? Dukh mein sumiran sab kare, sukh mein kare जो सुखी सुमिरन करे दुख कहे न को दुख में सुमिरन सब करे दुख means sadness, sorrow. The shloka is saying that dukh में सुमिरन सब करे Sukh mein kare na koi. That when dukh, when sorrowness catches us, we're looking for Bhagavan. And when we are sukh, we're in happiness, we now look for Bhagavan. Life is too sweet. Jo sukhi sumiran kare दुख में कहीं that we must not wait until we are in that situation that we need help and we're looking for Bhagavan. At that point in time it's too late. Om Shree Krishna Om Partaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavatam Narayanina Swayam Vyasena Grihitam Purana Muninam Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Marmarajanim Bhagavatim Ashcharishajayinim Mamvata Manasana Dhama Bhagavad Gita Bhavai Vaisham Shree Krishna Sharanam Mama, 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 Shree Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shree Krishna की वाचा कथा से अनुत्तर एक दंताय है। गुरुदेवाय श्री कृष्ण नमस्तुभ्यं शीशले रूपम अनुपम अनेकानि चरकार की कोट है। इष्ट देवता की कथाए श्री गुरुदेव जी महाराज। Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam. बोले बाकी बिहारी लाल की जय। Ved Vyasi Maharaj is saying that once in Srimad Bhagwat Mahapuran, chapter 7, verse 42, that Sri Bhagavan Krishna, together with Balram, who was his older brother, together with Sudama, his Guru Bhai. So three individuals, Krishna, Balram, Sudama. They were all cared for under the same Guru. Three individuals being taken care of by one Guru. And what was the name of that Guru? Finally, very quiet. What was the name of that Guru? Sandipani. The name of the Guru of Sri Bhagavan Krishna was Sandipani. After 5 years of under his care, the care of Sandipani, after 5 years of care, at the end of their training, the Maharani of the home, the Guru Ma, the wife of Sandipani, both standing in front of three individuals, Krishna, Balram, and Sudama. They're standing in front of these three individuals, and Bhagavan Krishna is saying to his Guruji, Sandipani, that Guru Maharaj Ji, kya chahiye? Please, tell me what we can give to you as Guru Dakshina. Tell me what we can give to you as Guru Dakshina. The Guru knows it all, he has all the knowledge, he has all the jnana, he has the wisdom, he has material things, he's giving up material things. What can you give a person that has given up everything? What? Nothing. Understand the philosophy of our scriptures. It says that the holiest of the holy of the saints, the sadhus that has given up everything, They own a dhoti that they have wrapped around their waist. Nothing else. And even that too is not theirs. Recently, I was looking at something on YouTube. There was a famous Swami traveling around in his own jet. Understand, he's traveling from one city to another in his own jet. So if he's a man of the cloth and he's supposed to give up everything, how is it possible that he has his own jet? I'm a little jealous. Guru Maharaj is sitting in front of a altar today, dressed in all orange. That was his color. That is what he owned. Clothing, nothing else. The holiest of the holy of our scriptures, they owned nothing. The Guru is asking to Bhagavan Krishna, he says, what can you give me? He says, I don't need anything. I want to share my knowledge with you. I want to give you my jnana, my wisdom. Do you know devotees, that it is said in our Vedas that when you give knowledge, you give jnana, you get more. Kachulena magena magana rahena, kachulena magena. That the more you give is the more you will get. The more you give is the more you get. So Krishna is asking to the Guru, what was the Guru's name again? Sandipani. I'm just making sure. I know the rain is having you a little tired and sleepy, you know. So Bhagavan Krishna is asking to Sandipani Guru, he says, Guru, kya chahiye? Tell me, what can I give you? The Guru says, you cannot give me anything. I do not want anything. But the Guru had one son, and that one son had drowned in the ocean. The wife of Sandipani said to Krishna, she said, you want to give me something? She said, bring my son back to life. Now understand that Yoga Maya, we talked about Yoga Maya last night. Yoga Maya is playing a part. When that son comes back, Yoga Maya is playing a part. Remember the philosophy I give you where you change the memory in the computer will remember something else. That's all. It would not remember what chip that you have removed. So we are like that robot by Bhagavan. He puts the chip in our minds and we remember what we want to remember or what we have to remember. If we have to forget something, we will forget it by the grace of Bhagavan. She says, I want my son back. Go and bring him. He's Antaryami, he's Bhagavan, he's Yoga Maya himself. He's Bhagavan. When we ask Bhagavan for something in our lives, if we deserve it, we get it. If we don't deserve it, we don't get it. That's a piece of deep philosophy right there. If you deserve it, you get it. If you don't deserve it, you don't get it. That is based on your karma. We talked about that last night too. Your karma is your actions, and that is based on your karma. So the Guru Mother of Bhagavan Krishna is asking Sri Bhagavan Krishna, she says, go and bring my son back to life. And when it is sincere, you ask for something, it will be given to you. So Bhagavan Krishna takes Balram. Bhagavan Krishna, he took the avatar of Mahavishnu. And Balram is there to protect him. So which incarnation do you think Balram is? Snake. The Krishna of the Bhagavan Vishnu. When Bhagavan Vishnu says he's taking form of Krishna, Balram says, I am not staying, I am going. So he came. And when Lakshmi Ma heard that Bhagwan Vishnu was going, she says, I am going too. We have to act the Leela. There's no Leela if Radhaji was not present. So Bhagwan Krishna has taken Seshnag, Balaram, and he's going now to look for the son of the Guru, Sandipani. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tashmai Sri Guru Namah. Guru Meri Puja Guru Govinda Guru Mera Pad Brahma मन में समाया गुरु मेरे पूजा गुरु गोविंदा गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्मा मन में समाया गुरु मेरे पूजा गुरु गोविंदा गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्मा मन में समाया Guru mera deva, deva maharaja. Guru mera deva, deva maharaja. Guru mera puja, Guru govinda. Guru mera puja, Guru govinda. Guru mere puja. Guru Govinda, Guru Mera Par Brahma, Man Mein Samaya. Guru Mera Par Brahma, Man Mein Samaya. Guru Mera Par Brahma, Guru Meri Puja. The dhun is saying Guru Meri Puja, Guru Govinda. That Guru is like my puja that I am performing. Guru Govinda, he is Bhagavan. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tashmai Sri Guruve Namaha. The mantra is saying that the Guru is Bhagwan Vishnu, is Bhagwan Shiva, is Bhagwan Brahma, is all of the above. The Guru is no lesser than that of Bhagavan. Andha Guru Bahir Chela. So Bhagwan Krishna is gone with Balaram to look for the son of the Guru. The son has drowned in the ocean. And upon their search, they came upon a great big shell. And Bhagwan Krishna, he is Antaryami, he is Yoga Maya, so he knows everything that goes on in the world. He knew that the sun was inside of that shell. But the shell was also a Rakshas. The shell was also a Rakshas. A Rakshas is a demon, an evil person. So Bhagwan Krishna is faced with another challenge. He has to bring back the son of his Guru. That is a challenge by itself. But he's Bhagwan, he's God. He is the creator. He's created the world. So again the fight started with Bhagavan Krishna and this shell. And who do you think won that battle? Bhagavan Krishna. Devotees, we as Pandits, We walk around with a target in our backs. When you see someone going up the ladder, they have a target on their back. Because we as human beings, sometimes we don't like to see our fellow friends and family make it, so we want to pull them down. Have you ever seen a basket of crabs? When one gets out, you want to pull him back. Because he ain't going, he wants to come back. You have to come back. So we walk around with a target on our backs. And do not think for 1 minute that we are not being targeted. Umesh, we are. You sure? You sure you want to continue with the Pandit work? The bigger you get, the bigger the target gets. But that is a true fact of life. Not only, I'm just joking about the Pandits, but we really have a target. But I'm joking about this situation. But you see someone making it? Abhiman, jealousy, anger, greed, the negative qualities, the negative action starts to come out because that could have been you. That's it. Somebody win the lottery, you know, that could have been me. Let me say the man in front of you or the back of you win the lottery, you know, I should not take his spot. But that comes with your karma, your actions. What is for you will be for you. What you deserve in life, you will always get it. So Bhagwan Krishna is fighting another battle. Bhagwan Krishna was able to save the life of the son of the Guru. And not only did he save the life of the son of the Guru, but he was the savior. Remember last night we sang a beautiful bhajan. Chahe Ram kaho, chahe Shyam kaho, dono ka matlab ek hi. That Bhagwan Sri Ram and Krishna is the same avatar. Two individual, one person. Two individual, one person. So Bhagwan Ravan wanted to be destroyed by Bhagwan himself. Ravan made the deal that Bhagwan, only you can destroy him. Maharaj Kans has done the same. He was destroyed by Bhagwan. And what happens when you're destroyed by, when Bhagwan comes for you? You obtain, starts with M, moksha. Moksha. You obtain moksha. When Bhagwan comes to you, you're able to obtain moksha, liberation. So what do you think happened to that of the shell that captured the son of the Guru? He was destroyed by Bhagavan Krishna, so he was able to obtain moksha. He was able to obtain moksha. And Bhagavan Krishna is three elements that is dear to Bhagavan Krishna. Or more than three, but the most three important that I'm talking about is the cow. Whenever we see Bhagavan Krishna, he always has the cow with him. The basuri that intoxicates the human being, intoxicates life. The cow last night got intoxicated with that of the basuri, husky. The cow, the basuri, and shank, very important to that of Bhagavan Krishna. In northern part of India, you will use the shank to perform lingam puja. And in the south, if you use the shank, they will behead you. That shell, Bhagavan Krishna says, I can use you in my worship, and I will transform you into that of the shank. Baba blew the sun earlier in the puja. When we perform pujas, we use the shank, we use the ganta, we use the bell. The shank is very important in puja. So that shell came from that Rakshas, that came from the ocean. Just like Bhagwan Ganesh, no different. When Bhagwan Ganesh, that mouse, that mushak that travels with Bhagwan Ganesh, was also a demon, also a Rakshas. And Bhagwan Ganesh, when he caught him, he destroyed him. He says, you know, I could use you. And he made him into a rat. And that is a rat that Bhagwan Ganesh uses to travel. So there's hope for the Rakshas. There's hope for the evil-minded person. And scriptures is clearly showing us this. Bhagwan Krishna has transformed that shell into a shank, a shell that you're able to blow during the course of puja. This is why the shank is very important. Bhagwan Krishna then brought the sun back to the Guru. He said, this is what you have asked for, this is what I will give you. Because when the Guru asks, we cannot refuse the Guru. Very important. Prem se bolo Shri Guru Maharaj ki jai. Devotees, we see that from this short Katha tonight, there's so much to learn. The Guru, the importance of the Guru. Andha Guru Bahir Chela. Don't follow the wrong leader. Don't follow the wrong Guru. Because if poor fella blind, how you go follow him? If he cannot see the way, how you follow him? When we're choosing a Guru in our lives, it must be that of wisdom, knowledge, education. Nothing is wrong with that. The first two Gurus in our lives is the mother and the father. Guru, Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. The Guru, the spiritual Guru comes third. One that teaches is a Guru. So if someone is teaching you music, that person is a Guru who is teaching you. But if he's teaching you music and he does not know music, then something is wrong. The teacher in the school is a Guru. The one that teaches you in the classroom is a Guru. And devotees understand that we never stop learning. We can never stop learning. And the importance of the Guru in our lives is to be able to help you to get that knowledge in order for you to live a comfortable life in your life. Education is very important. Very important. Without education, we will not make it far in life. It's very important. And so, devotees, we have learned tonight that even that of Bhagwan, he was Bhagwan and he had a Guru in his life. And that Guru, the name of that Guru was Sandipani. Prem se bolo Shri Guru Maharaj ki jai. We'll have one bhajan at this point in time. Shivani, it's a pleasure to see you. We missed you last 3 days. You're back now. It's a pleasure to see you. Shivani is traveling all over the world, minding people business, literally.
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। दाता तेरा मेरा प्यार कभी ना बदले कृष्णा, तेरा मेरा प्यार कभी ना बदले कृष्णा, तेरा मेरा प्यार कभी ना बदले कृष्णा, तेरा मेरा प्यार कभी ना बदले बाबा, तेरा मेरा प्यार कभी ना बदले दादा, तेरा मेरा प्यार कभी ना बदले काला, तेरा मेरा प्यार कभी ना बदले।
बोलो सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय। भज गोविंदा जय गोपाला, भज गोविंदा जय गोपाला, भज मुरली मनोहर नंदना, भज मुरली मनोहर नंदना, भज गोविंदा जय गोपाला, भज गोविंदा जय गोपाला।
है।
मोहन हमारी मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो, मोहन हमारी मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो। जादू भरी है बांसुरी बजाया ना करो, जादू भरी है बांसुरी बजाया ना करो। मोहन हमारी मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो, मोहन हमारी मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो। सूरत तुम्हारी देख के सलोनी सावरी, सूरत तुम्हारी देख के सलोनी सावरी। सुनो बांसुरी की राग तो हम हो गई बावरी, सुनो बांसुरी की राग तो हम हो गई बावरी। मोहन चुराने वाले चुराया ना करो, मोहन चुराने वाले चुराया ना करो। मोहन हमारी मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो, मोहन हमारी मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो। जादू भरी है बांसुरी बजाया ना करो, जादू भरी है बांसुरी बजाया ना करो। मोहन हमारी मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो, मोहन हमारी मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो। माथे मुकुट कलमाल कतनी का चोरे, माथे मुकुट कलमाल कतनी का चोरे। कानों में कुंडल झुमके मन मेरे मोहे, कानों में कुंडल झुमके मन मेरी मोहे। इस चंद्रमा के रूप को अभाया ना करो, इस चंद्रमा के रूप को लुभाया ना करो। मोहन हमारी मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो, मोहन हमारी मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो। जादू भरी है बांसुरी बजाया ना करो, जादू भरी है बांसुरी बजाया ना करो। हमारी मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो, मोहन हमारी मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो, मोहन हमारी मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो। बोले बांके बिहारी लाल की जय।
Once again, devotees, we started on Thursday night with the manifestation of Sri Bhagwan Krishna. Bhagavad Mahapuran describes that Bhagwan Krishna came to destroy Maharaj Kans. And philosophy has it that if we look deep within us, we're able to find Maharaj Kans. But we want to compress him as much as we can. Last night we discussed ignorance, anger, through the medium of a bull by the name of Hasti. That bull had raging anger, that only the Vasudi of Sri Bhagavan Krishna was able to conquer the senses of Hasti. And of course, we talked about the Batman in the village where you came from. Then tonight we talked about the importance of the Guru. Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. That we must have that utmost respect for the Guru. As Bhagavan Krishna, he had a Guru in his life. And that Guru, his name was Sandipani. So tomorrow morning during quiz time, I hope that you remember all of these names. That Seshnag, that snake that is going to destroy Raja Parikshit, that is sitting in the ocean, what was his name? Daksha. And what was the name of the physician? What was the name of the physician? Astik Muni. He had the willpower to bring back the man from the ashes to life. And he was going for a job. That was his job. So devotees, we also talked about the scriptures and the text that describes the beauty of Bhagavan Krishna. One is Bhagwat Mahapuran that we're reading from today. The next one is Bhagavad Gita. The third one is to Pyar Ka Sagar, Sukh Sagar. And then another Sagar, Prem Mohabbat, Prem Sagar. Prem Sagar, Sukh Sagar, Bhagavad Mahapuran, Bhagavad Gita, and last one. What was the last one? The one that has all of the fighting. Mahabharata. Devotees, if we look at the philosophy of Bhagavad and we look at the philosophy of our scriptures, Bhagavad Mahapuran deals with the fighting of families. Right? The Pandavas and the Kauravas. Doesn't that relate to our life? Don't we read on the newspaper from the Guyana Times? We read, the neighbor killed the next neighbor for moving the picket 2 foot. No? Bhagavad, the Mahabharata deals with family fighting. When Bhagavan Krishna was driving a chariot for Arjuna to go and fight war, Arjuna asked Bhagavan Krishna, he said, Bhagavan, who are we fighting? Tell me. Bhagavan Krishna said, you can't see your people in front of you fighting. You cannot see them. He said, no, Bhagavan, take me closer. So Bhagavan Krishna drove the chariot closer. Arjuna still could not see who he is fighting. As they got a little bit closer, Arjuna, he looked. He's seeing his brothers, he's seeing his mamu, he's seeing his uncles, he's seeing his family members, right? He's seeing he's fighting against his father. Isn't that everyday life? That's all. So the scriptures is here as a leela from Bhagavan, so that we can follow the leelas of the scriptures. What has happened in the scriptures, we have it now happening in the world. What scriptures has laid out for us is now coming in the world. But Bhagavan will perform leelas for us to believe that He exists. Because we have to believe that He exists. He's Bhagavan, He's Antaryam. And He lives within us in the form of that faith. Faith is our Savior. Prem se bolo Shiva ki Bihari Lal ki Jai. Devotees, at this point in time, I will ask my brother Surendra to sing a bhajan for us. And while he's getting ready to sing a bhajan, I will turn over the microphone to the young Katha for this evening, Pandit Krishna, and then after that we have a special guest appearance by my dear son Umesh. He's making his debut today.
Testing one. Class phones. Om Sachidananda Rupaya Vishwotpattyadi Hetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shree Krishna Om Kandamandalakarama Vyapamena Characharam Tatparam Darsitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Bole Shri Krishna Bhagwan ki Jai Vrinda Shri Vyas Maharaj ki Jai Shri Satgurnath Maharaj ki Jai. Devotees, this evening, once again, we welcome you. This is the third session of a four-session Katha. What is Bhagwat? Bhagwat, in that very famous Bhagwat arati that we all know, it is said that Bhagwat, it is considered to be Pancha Vedanila. Bhagwat is considered to be a part of it. It has the highest prestige of being considered one of the Vedas. Why is this? When Vyasji, as he has written so many of the Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, Itihas, all these things. And one day Narad Muni was walking, and Narad Muni saw Vyasji. And Vyasji had this look, and inwardly he felt that he was not content. You know, sometimes I've met millionaires who have millions of dollars and still they're not content. They have so many things in life, but still there's no contentment, there's no santosh. And Vyasji, he looked at Narad, and Narad Muni, he knew that Vyasji was inwardly, there was no contentment, there was no happiness. And he said, Vyasji, what is wrong? Vyasji said that, well, Narad, that you know, all the Puranas, all of these different itihas, and all these different things I have written, I've taken up my pen and scribed. But still today, I feel as if I'm missing something. And Narad asked him, he said, well, have you talked about the Leelas, the greatness, the Mahima of Bhagwan Krishna? And Vyasji's replied, he said, no. He said, well, you must talk about the greatness, the Mahima of Bhagwan Krishna. This will bring you contentment. This will bring you fulfillment. This will bring you happiness. And this is what we have here today. It is said that there were two brothers. I don't know if you remember the brothers' names. One was named Dundukari, one was named Gaukaran. You know those names? Gaukaran, he was the ideal son. Dundukari, he's what we call the modern day son. Those of you who know the Katha know what I'm talking about and you're laughing. Because we see it happening here, that the sons will do what? They will ill-treat their parents. It is said that Dharma stands on four legs. This Dundukari, he did what? He completely abolished all four of these legs that Dharma had. And When his soul, when he passed away, his soul became what we call a spirit of trait. And he came to his brother and he said that, oh brother, the brother's name was Gaukaran. He said, oh brother, that my soul, it's yearning to do what? It's yearning to find salvation, moksha. And he did what? He said, well brother, you have to do a Bhagwat Saptaha. Bhagwat Saptaha means 7 days of Bhagwat Katha. But it's not only 7 days. 7 days is one thing. Nowadays days we listen to what people are doing Bhagwat, and it's amazing how much times have changed in just a short amount of time. I remember growing up as a kid, whenever we had to go to Mandir, my Nani will always tell us, never go into the Mandir with your 2 empty hands. Bring at least a flower, bring a thali of fruits, bring something. Never go to God's home with empty hands. It's not good. These days, what do? We don't go with empty hands, we walk in with our cell phones. We're holding our cell phones, we're walking into God's home. Remember growing up as kids? Many of you old folks sitting on the chair today can attest to this. When you sat down, ladies, all Kunti's on the floor now. All of the ladies, as soon as you sat down, you dare not have your head uncovered. Your Aji or Nani will have her little danda, a little stick. The moment that shawl comes off your head, she'll do what? She'll whap you across your back. These are things that we're losing. We're losing all of these. We're losing our tradition. But Bhagwat Saptaha, going back to what I was saying, Bhagwat Saptaha is not something that should be done for 7 evenings. Bhagwat Saptaha is something that should be done 7 consecutive days. You have morning, you have lunchtime, and you have evening time. This stems forth from Dundukari. Because Pandit Bhisham can attest this and tell you that in Bhagwat, there's no way you can cover the whole of the Bhagwat Katha in 7 days. In 7 sittings, you cannot do it. It's not possible. In India, our Guruji read 60 days of Bhagwat, cover to cover, line by line. He read Katha. But what we're doing here, devotees, we're giving you the synopsis of Bhagwat Katha in hopes that whatever has brought you here to this Mandir, whatever has made you log in virtually, that may you find fulfillment, may you find contentment. Not only that may your ancestors, wherever their souls may be, may they find contentment, fulfillment, like Dundukari did after his brother Gokuran performed that Saptaha in his honor. So devotees, this has been something that many mandirs, they continue to do. I know in Canada, there are 2 prominent mandirs, Vishnu Mandir and Bhavani Shankar Mandir. And during this month of Shravan, Dr. Dubey, many of you know Dr. Dubey, he does Bhagwat Katha in a very old-fashioned manner as well too. He'll do Bhagwat Katha for 2 sessions, morning and evening. But Bhagwat Katha is something that when we listen to it, we should find that contentment, that bliss that we're looking for. So devotees, this evening I thank each and every one of you for all of your help. As we're slowly winding down, I want to thank all of the volunteers who have helped since Sunday of last week up until thus far. It's not easy to do a yajna, whether it be a 3-day, 5-day, 7-day, it's the same amount of work that has to be put forth. That's why I tell people sometimes it's not even worth doing a 3-day yajna. Because on the Sunday, when it's Sanpuran Day, you're going to say, well, you know what, I might as well have done a 7-day yajna. Because the amount of work that goes into a yajna is incredible. And this is what yajna means. Yajna means is the spirit of coming together, is a spirit of doing God's work as a community. Because you know why? You're having to mesh with everyone's different attitudes, personalities, all of these things in a yajna setting. This is what yajna means. So we're thankful to our donors who have donated, they've loaned the crystals that Bhagwan Krishna is there. They're actually on vacation. We thank them very much. Angie is also, she made these different bouquets, and Auntie Kash, Auntie Kunti, all of you, Uncle Bobby, Auntie Lila, many of you have came and have done your part. And there's still more work to do. Don't worry. Tomorrow there's a setup, and there's also breaking down. And breaking down is equally as hard. So we thank you very much, all of the donors who have contributed. Pada Bhisham, I must say that your Chela, Nalini, she sponsored the Bhojan today. So I told her that your Guruji is coming. And whenever your Guruji is coming, the Chela should always take first dibs of sponsoring Diksha to the Guru. So she's not able to be here this evening, but she sends her food for you to eat.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So devotees, we thank you all for your commitment, and thank you all for making this mandir different from the other mandirs in the community. With that said, just a few more announcements, because many of you I consider to be seasonal devotees. So once the season is over, then we won't see you until the next season. So it's just But Navratri is upcoming on September 26th until October 3rd. And this mandir, if we have 2 major holidays, or 3, it's always going to be Chaitra Navratri, well, Shivratri, Chaitra Navratri, and Shabbat Navratri. These are the 3 major holidays for this mandir. And we're requesting that you all come out in large numbers and help us as we finish this final Shabbat Navratri with a bang. We still have a few sponsorships available for both the Shringar for Durga, and we also have the sponsorship available for pujas. So please let me know. Don't see Devika, don't see Auntie Kunti, please see me. Because I need to know what to order, because I have to send it over, the order in for India by next week, in order for them to ship out the lehenga and everything, so we can get it in time. So then that's what's pending to come now. So what is, please let me know as soon as you can, and then that way we can get it situated. I want to also thank Uncle Ramji and Auntie Kash. Uncle Ram has been definitely a lifesaver for all of us, because it's hard for us to really have to work during the week. But Uncle Ram is here without fail 4 o'clock every afternoon, helping to set up and everything. And let's give him a round of applause so he can feel good. And tomorrow, I think he has made a bet with all of us. He has made a deal. For those of you who stay back tomorrow evening, or tomorrow afternoon, Uncle Ram will treat each and every single one of you to Twisty Treat. So, it's coming out of his money, not my money. So. Last but not least, devotees, I want to thank Rujudev for being here, and his better half, soon to be better half. I thank them both. I reached out to him just this afternoon and say that, for the first part of the puja, we don't have a drummer. And he said, I'll be there. Let me see what I can do. And this is what it's all about when we are in a community, because we're one big family. And it means a lot. So Bhaiya, thank you very much for coming out. Last but not least, I want to give recognition. How did this bite me today with the puja? Did you all like the puja? It was short and sweet, because with me you get what? With me you get a very long puja, but with him it was very short and sweet. But Ameshji, we thank you very much for all that you have done. And this evening is also his dad's birthday. He could have spent it with his dad, but you know what? He's spending it with us. That is what sacrifice Pandits have to make. That is a sacrifice that we all have to make. There are many of times where I wanted to spend it with my siblings, my grandmother, but we had pujas and we couldn't go and we couldn't make it. But Umeshi is here this evening because guess what? As Pandit Bhisham says, Matri Devo Bhava, Pitri Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, and Atiti Devo Bhava. Atiti means guest. And you are all a part of our gods. You are all a part of what? You are all a part of this tradition of ours. So we look at you all as our mothers and our fathers. But I want to thank him very much for his contribution, his dedication, and all that he has done for this mandir and for the community as well too. So let's give him a round of applause. And upon the Bhisham, Sanjay, and she's it? And my Bhavi, I thank you, the three of you, for coming and every year without fail to come to do your part here at this mandir. Like I've said, he has been here for about 12 years for this physical location, but I've known him for 15 plus years. And I continue to look up to him for guidance, for reassurance, all of the things that I need in my day-to-day endeavors. So I thank the three of you very much for always being there for the mandir, for myself and my family as well too. And devotees, I thank you all for your support. It means a lot. So with that said, devotees, I think I've said my vote of thanks on behalf of the entire mandir. We thank you all. Tomorrow morning is going to be our Sanpuran and also Vyas Puja. So there are two ways to do Vyas Puja, in case you're wondering. There's a nightly Vyas Puja, and then there is at the very end, which is the correct way. This is what I was taught in India. I don't go with them. I don't go by them said. I don't believe in them said. I go with the correct way. The correct way is at the very end. Then you will do what? You will do your puja. You will offer your dachna once everything is complete. Because if you have a carpenter coming to your home, you wouldn't pay him up front, would you? If you paid him up front, then you're a fool. Sorry to say. You would pay them upon when the work is completed. So now that the Katha will come to a concluding end, we must offer our salutations. We offer our dachna to our Vyasji for what's going to be tomorrow, the 4 sessions. So we're requesting that each and every one of you please come out and give our Vyasji your support, your love, and to show your gratitude. So that's the devotees. Thank you all very much. Please get home safely, and we'll see you all tomorrow morning. There shouldn't be no rain tomorrow morning. So please, there's no excuse for not coming tomorrow morning. Prem Slo Shri Maharaj Ki Jai.
point in time, devotees, I will turn the microphone over to Pandit Umesh, who will give us his vote of thanks and his words of wisdom before we stand for final arati. No, I'm not setting you up.
Promise I won't take as long as
I'm old, so I have a reason to take longer.
Jai Ram devotees, Jai Shri Krishna and Radhe Radhe. So, I still don't know what to say, but I'll wing it. But I'd just like to echo the words of Panditji and thank you all for supporting the yajna. And everything we have in a Monday, everybody supports 100%. But let me first thank Vyasji for taking his time off. You know, he could be doing anything during the summer, but for spending your weekend with us here in Jyoti Mandir. So thank you, Pandit Bhisham. Secondly, I'd like to thank my Jyoti Mandir family, you all. Most of you are older than me, so I should say my mother, fathers, brothers. So, and lastly, to complete my speech, I feel like nobody here ever really thanked Panditji for everything that he does for the temple. And I feel like I'm put on the spot to do that. But you know, a few weeks ago, we set out to do Shravan Puja. And I didn't plan on speaking about it, but that's I should. Why not? You don't hear me speak a lot, so why not? So I told Panditji we should do Shravan Puja every Mondays. And he was excited about it, very very excited, extremely excited that he said we're going to do Sundays and Mondays. So he even created a flyer that, okay, we're going to do Shravan Puja every Monday. And he's like, yes, we're going to do this, that's this. Everything was planned. And, this is why I have to thank him. Because I just didn't, I just had the time to show up. And he had to do it all. And it's not until then you realize, how much the support is that, it really balances, this all, having Panditji at the temple. Because I mean, he could have easily said, okay, let's cancel it, it's not my commitment, it was yours, we should do that. And he came every Monday and he did service. Am I right? Anybody? Yes, so please give him a round of applause for that. Because that was something my commitment. Anyways, I think I've said enough. And lastly, I don't know if my dad is watching, but I'd like to wish him a happy birthday. And I love him very much. But thank you all so much for supporting, and Jai Shri Krishna.
Rather interesting.
You have to bring up that story. I don't know.
Well, the story is okay. But that shows us that commitment is very important. But nevertheless, I'm sure that he has a really good excuse for not showing up all 5 Sat Mondays. To Pandit Ramakrishna and to Pandit Umesh, as an older brother, I have been in your shoes many, many, many years ago. The first puja my father sent me to do, I was 14 years old. He double booked himself knowingly. So he dropped me off in the first house to go and do the puja. So the lady, she knew me, she knew I was Pandit's son. I went, and I'm sitting in Trinidad, we call it a gallery. The porch in the front. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting and I'm watching the lady go back and forth. So finally she recognizes me. She says, so where's your father? I said, well, he dropped me to do the puja. And he go on, she said, Ari Bapre. What? And that was my first puja. I never spoke. I will recite mantras from now until kingdom come, but I wouldn't speak. So the lady, she says, so Pandit, you never talk? I said, no, what would I say? We finished the puja. So I've been in that situation, but I was much younger. As a Pandit, when I first came here 12 years ago, I'm sure that most of you were here, but when I came here 12 years ago to open the doors of the mandir, back then Pandit Ramakrishna, he was like me, only reciting mantras. He will not take the microphone and talk and say anything. And I'm thinking in the back of my mind, he's the Pandit for the temple, who's going to give the lecture? And 12 years has come and gone. He went, he studied, he came back, and he's doing an excellent job. And I must commend him for that. Because being a Pandit is not an easy task. Being a Pandit is not an easy task at all. It's a very difficult task. We must have the answers on the tip of our fingers. That when you, the devotees, comes to us and ask a question, we cannot fumble and say, well, I don't know. Because we are the Pandits, we should know, right? So the mind has to be very sharp. We have to be on our A game, because the moment that somebody realizes that maybe he really doesn't know, then everybody knows the Pandit don't know. Unfortunately, that is the world in which we live today. And not only, long ago it was just a few neighbors, and then the village, right? Now it's the whole world, because Facebook have everybody in the world. But that is just what we're faced with. And being young, Umeshji could have stayed with his father and celebrated his birthday and do his thing. Pandit Ramakrishna could have had another, the amount of funeral I see he do in the last 3 years, he could have had the next funeral to go to. We don't know. But they've chosen to be here in the mandir. And not because they love what they do, but they want to do it for their community. Lastly, I would like to thank all of the musicians. Dave, it's a pleasure seeing you. Next time I need you, I'll tell the Baba to call you. Because when I call you, you're always busy. My dear brother Surendra, who never fails me. He's always here with me, and Bhaiya, thank you. And to my son Sanjay, who is taking time out of his busy schedule. I don't know busy doing what. But he's here with us. We'd like to thank him. To AJ, we'd like to thank you for your continued support and dedication. We gave you a round of applause last night, and apparently you heard it. So, give AJ another round of applause. Great to hear it again. For all of his dedication and all his commitments and everything that he does within the doors of the mandir. With this, devotees, just like to sing one last dhun, make it very short, sweet, and then we'll stand for final arti. Prem se bolo Shri Bhakti Bihari Lal ki jai.
Natvar nagar nanda bhajo re man Govinda. Natvar nagar nanda bhajo re man Govinda. Shyam sundar Krishna bhajo re man Govinda. Natvar nagar nanda bhajo re man Govinda. Shyam sundar Krishna bhajo re man Govinda. Natvar nagar राजीव धीरे श्याम सुंदर मुख चंदा भजो रे मन गोविंदा नंद मदन नागर नंदा भजो रे मन गोविंदा श्याम सुंदर मुख चंदा भजो रे मन गोविंदा नंद मदन नागर नंदा भजो रे मन गोविंदा भजो रे मन गोविंदा भजो रे मन गोविंदा। प्रेम से बोलो शिवा के बिहारी लाल की जय।
Please stand to join in final arti.
ओम यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मान्त कृतानि च तानि तानि विनश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणां पदे पदे। जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है आरती। जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है आरती। ये अमर
Let us lift up our hands, close your eyes and bow our heads. As we focus on that divine Sri Bhagwan Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. O divine Lord and Master, you're the Master, you're the Savior. We place all of our problems at your feet today, Bhagavan. We ask you to give all of those laying on the sick bed in the hospital health and strength. All of those that are suffering, may you guide them, protect them, shower your Ashirvad. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Janardhanam Yad Pujatam Maya Deva Paripurnam Parastami Avahanam Rajami Rajanami Visarjanam Pujam Jaivan Janami Kshammitam Parameshwaram Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Dravinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Devaham Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Devaham Om Shanti 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 Hari प्रेम से बोलो शिवा की बिहारी लाल की उमापति महादेव की जय वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय प्रेम से बोलो श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की हर 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 महादेव हर 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 महादेव हर 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 महादेव आसन दीजिए प्लीज टेक योर सीट्स डिवोटीज
गुरुर् ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः
We're gonna ask Auntie, I haven't seen her in a while. I'm asking Auntie Sai to sing a bhajan. Auntie Sai, sing something. I haven't seen you in like 4 years now. Here, sing a bhajan.
Find some.